It's new Arrma day, and I've finally, after all this time, got myself a Granite. When I got the Centon 3S BLX in 2018, I fell in love with the 3S range. And since then, I've had the Centon, I've had the Vortex, I've had a Typhon, I've had the Big Rock. I've never had the... That's a lie. I don't think I've had a Typhon, and I have got a Granite. It's up here, although... my one is a super wide one using Creighton 4S arms with 17mm hexes, and I don't think I actually ran it stock. So actually this is my first proper Granite because I'm not changing it. We're running it stock. We're gonna go and give it some abuse because the 3S Granite, that's what it's designed for. It's a short wheelbase. It's designed for doing backflips. We're gonna take it to the skate park. Historically, they've been really tough. And, well, I'm looking forward to it. So this sits right next to the rival MT10, that thing up there. They never used to because they're always a little bit more expensive. But in the UK, I'm pretty sure this is exactly the same price as an MT10. They're both 1/10 scale, they're both 3S. This one though, I think is going to be quite a bit faster and hopefully it's going to be as tough. Now regardless of what you think of Arrma, these are a great entry into the bashing world. The same as that rival MT10. Prices in the US have recently gone up. We're okay at the moment in the UK. We don't have any new tariffs or anything.
Buy toys from China.
Yet. So we are good. And the price of these, although they have gone up over the years, it's still not gone up a great deal. I think my Centon cost me UK price £279 or something like that. This was 330 or 339, so not a massive hike in, what's that, 7 years. They don't feel very heavy duty, but at the end of the day, it's some tools. You also get some spare hexes in there, get some shock preloaders, you get this funky little tool, and of course, we have Alan, the key.
You say Alan?
Technical pack, that'd be about changing gearing, I guess. How to, changing your gearing and stuff. And then a manual with all the stuff you need. And a set of AA batteries.
Hey!
All you have to supply is a battery for the truck. So far, this new 3S range, the 223S, 223, I don't understand. Oh, 2 to 3S, okay. I got it. Anyway, so far so good. And it says it will do 50 mile an hour. Real 50 mile an hour. Generally, Arrma's pretty good with their box speed. We will test it out. Got stability control as well. Also heard these have got a centre diff now as well. Metal geared centre differential. 3 different flavours. I've got the blue one. I wanted the grey one, but it's not in stock yet. So I went for blue. And I am excited to get this out and run it. Still going for this kind of jagged paint job. I mean, it looks a little bit better. We've added some stripes to it and some bits and pieces, but I think some nice solid colours, like the Big Rock. The Big Rock's nice solid colours. Just like this. Look how much nicer it looks as well. Personal preference, but for me, a solid colour like that looks way nicer than something like this. I mean, I think you can get away with this on the infraction, and this one with the teal on there and the black, this one does actually look quite nice with that design. Or like the Typhon Grom, it hasn't got all that craziness on it. It's got a few different colours on it, and it looks really nice. And it's no coincidence that I've selected these 3 to show you, because there's a link in the description where you could win this bundle. An absolutely insane infraction 3S, 65, nearly 70 mile an hour. I've not got an infraction, but I've got a Vendetta. Absolutely awesome. Just like its big brother, the 6S, this is probably one of the best 3S street bashers money can buy. Absolutely insane. And then the new Big Rock 2 to 3S. The reason I got a Big Rock and not a Granite will come apparent later on in the video. And this little monster that will go 50 mile an hour pretty much pin straight. The BLX Typhon Grom. How's that for a seamless transition? Link in the description where you can get a chance to win them. This new quick release body system, push there, push there. We'll see how that holds up to a bit of bashing, but it should be just a case of pushing down like there and there. There we go. See the mechanism in there. Don't remember these guards on the other one. That's good. They keep a lot of rubbish out the tray. Suspension feels nice. Tyres feel good. It's a bit cold in here at the moment, but they certainly feel they're going to hook up. Vented on the outside. It's nice to see. Got your wheelie bar on the back there. These shocks are just your normal Arrma ones, although the springs look slightly different on these to what I've seen in the past. New centre diff housed in there. I think you can retrofit that to newer models. So if I turn the back wheels, you'll see the fronts don't go. A centre diff, when you're putting power down, it helps distribute the power to, you know, it gives it better handling. If you have a really loose centre diff, what happens is when you put the power down, the back dips down and it transfers a lot of power to the front, so you'll see the front wheels balloon more than the rear. The thicker oil you put in there, when that dips down there, it's not going to transfer as much to the front. So really good option and gives you a lot more tuning. As for the normal diffs, feel okay. These new like little plastic adapter things on your battery straps, mixed reviews on them. I think it depends what sort of battery you have to whether they actually do a good job or make it a little bit more fiddly. Also, mixed reviews on the new 2-in-1 ESC and receiver. It is strange to see something like this have a 2-in-1. The 2-in-1 stuff usually was like the cheaper brands, the Chinese brands of the really cheap stuff would have combined ESCs and receivers. I mean, if it works, it works. However, it's not really something that I'd expect to see in something at this sort of level. This is like a, I mean, this isn't an entry level, although it is good for beginners. These aren't really entry level stuff. I mean, it does 50 mile an hour, so you can't call it like entry level. Although that is on 3S, so you can run it 2 for the kids. And there's also a throttle limit on the transmitter. When the 3S range first came out, they came with the Arrma BLX system, really good. Then all the troubles with lawsuits with Traxxas, Arrma got taken on by Horizon Hobby. They then started adding their Spectrum stuff to it, and now I'm going to say we're downgrading to a 2-in-1 to cut costs. And from what I've seen so far, they may have cut costs there, but they're still improving stuff. I'm not sure we can downgrade much further from a 2-in-1. Maybe the next release, they'll be the ones you just pull back and let go, and they're not radio controlled at all. Adjustable camber, adjustable toe, adjustable camber at the rear, and that proven tough chassis. I think that's about it. I'm only charging a 3S. We're going to go and see how fast it is. Not going to bother doing a speed run on 2. Not going to bother switching between 50, 75, 100. We're just going to see the fastest this thing will go. And then at least you know you can reduce the speed if you want to. And we're going to look for that real 50 mile an hour. There's your predicted speeds with all the limits. And obviously we're going for that 50 mile an hour. We're going straight to the top. Temperature's single figures out there at the moment. It's not going to be too kind. I'm going to give them a 1 mile an hour buffer. Come on in, Granite. Let's see what you got. Yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rolled it straight away. Oh, you can see that centre diff working. It's stopping it from like flipping. Oh. Man, this thing is going to roll a lot. Quite a high grip surface. Can we self-right? I reckon we can with the... There we go. Lots of body rub from the tyres. 50 mile an hour, come on, let's go. Full throttle. It says slow there. How about no? Hooks up really easy. You don't need to be that smooth on the throttle to get it going. Just a quick roll into it and then full throttle straight away. There we go. Wah! It's got stability on it as well. Have we got it switched on? I think it's got like 3 levels. Yeah, we got it on. I can't remember when you change it. I think you turn it and then press the button. That's level 3, I think. Yeah, that's a bit more. Anyway, what did I say? I gave it a 1 mile an hour buffer, didn't I? Oh, what? 46? Come on. You said a real 50 mile an hour. All my other Arrmas have done pretty much exactly or more. Oh, 47. I reckon at a push 50. And like I said, I think it's single figures. Yeah, look, 9 degrees that says on there. Right, let's go give this thing a little rip around a skate park. It's got loads of punch, loads of punch. I love how aggressive these Arrmas are. Ugh, face full of stones. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to rip a backflip off of that. Come on, little Granite. Just hits the dirt and loses all its energy. These things just rip everywhere, on every surface. Not a fan of this body clip system. They don't seem to spring back up. Is it in? I don't know. Right, we'll see if the body stays on. Right, first things first, back flip. I'm confident. There we go. Easy. Easy back flips. Lots of air control. Bit of chassis slapping. But I can deal with the chassis slapping. Look at that. Now I was here a little while ago, well not that long ago actually, with the Punisher 4S from Corrali, and that thing would not rotate very easy, and that was 4S. This thing is crazy controllable. I think that's what I spoke about in the video, that speed does matter, because you need that wheel speed to get it to rotate, especially in a basher. Not as angry with that centre diff. I mean, it's still angry. It's a bit more controllable. Definitely where this one's at home, at the skate park. The Big Rock for me is a bit more stable, a bit more of an all-round basher. This thing definitely belongs at places like this. Little bit bouncy. It's good that I can self-right it, saves my steps. Oh, not quite enough speed for that jump. So there's the first body off. There we go. Has it got enough speed for the def jump? There's a lot of things to hit on this, especially if you don't clear it. Yeah. Well, I did land it, but the suspension's a little bouncy. So I did get it on all fours. It cut out on that jump. That's the second time it's done that, and it's a problem I've heard from others as well. Got a nice front flip though. Right, where did my camera go? I had a camera on top of that. Gotcha. Yeah, look, it's in LVC, and that battery is definitely not dead. So just a quick on and off sorts it out, but shouldn't really be doing stuff like that out of the box, should it? I think I saw someone said that there's an update, like a firmware update, but you need the Spectrum program card. I haven't got one of them, and I expect lots of other people haven't got them either, so. Anyway, this thing is awesome, and there's one more jump to do. So my PD Racing's got the record for the furthest. The X-Max was close, but nothing's got in there yet. This is quite light, it might not fly as far as the others. Oh, it cut out again. Oh, what? It made me crash it. Battery out. Oh, what? Has it broke my fan as well? That sounds ropey, doesn't it? Right, I'm not going to do any more. I want to take this battery back to the workshop, and I want to check the capacity of it to make sure it definitely hasn't run it down. So yeah, 9%, yeah, I guess. So yeah, 3.63. I guess the low voltage cutoff is set quite high, and that's why it cut out. Well, the second time. I don't expect it was that low the first time. I was just about to go into like a rant about how it's unacceptable to be releasing stuff with problems into the market, and I'm not going to do that rant. However, this does seem a little bit more sensitive with the new electronics than I remember the others. I've changed my mind. I've just finished editing it. I'm just about to upload it. I am going to have a mini rant. Obviously, the footage you see in this video is just kind of like chopped up a little bit to make it a little bit more engaging. But actually, when I look through the run footage, on the speed runs, this cut out way earlier than it should have. There was a good few minutes extra run time after it cut. And you can see that on the video because I was on the grass and I was trying to jump the mound of dirt and stuff. It shouldn't have cut out that early. And I say in a minute that I tested the speedrun battery and it was at 9% as well. But that was after I'd had quite a bit more runtime. And then the def jump where it cut out and done that front flip. Again, I had a few minutes runtime after that before it cut again. Arrma's development team are in the UK, and I know I don't know for a fact now, but they did have someone employed to test this, and they do testing as well. If you release something out into the big wide world and it's the end user that is finding the problems, and this isn't just Arrma, there's lots of times it's happened, it makes me question what they're doing. What are they doing to test these before we get them? Only took one pack to find it, and then it took another pack to confirm it. And then you can watch multiple other videos to confirm it as well. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. And the battery I use for the speed run, I just checked that, and that's at 9% as well. So I think what's happening is when it's just getting just close to that cut-off point, if you're full throttle, the ESC in there just can't quite cope with the voltage sag, and it's going into low voltage cut-off before it really needs to. So you can reset it and keep going for a bit, but I think it's too sensitive. And staying on a negative, I'm not a fan of this quick release system. Yeah, it looks nice and clean without the body post sticking through, and it's relatively easy to it's a little bit fiddly to, no, that didn't work, did it? It does come off a little bit easier than pulling pins out, especially if your hands are cold or you've trashed them by rolling it over. I don't like how it goes on. Again, it's not all that smooth to get on, and then it doesn't lock down. You have to like wiggle it about. See, that one's not even, well, you understand what I'm getting at. But other than that, it's up to the normal standard of the 3S range. I didn't get to bash it as much as I wanted to because of that battery cutting out really early. It performs as a 3S. The centre diff really helps with the control. I could do with tuning, maybe thickening up a little bit, because it does blow out to the front wheels quite quickly. It does actually look like the front suspension sagged a little bit, so. Is it leaking? No. We've not got any leaks. With the price being exactly the same, or pretty much the same as the rival MT10 in the UK, which one would I recommend? I think the best way to answer it would, I'd have both. I'd have the MT10 for like skate parks and just general like smashing it about. And I'd have a Big Rock for that stability, like the dirt and that low down stance. So there's your answer. It's good, but I'd rather have a Big Rock. Fun fact, the last time I said that about a Big Rock, when I was talking about a 3S BLX Arrma, saying that I think I'd have the Big Rock, was when I reviewed the Arrma Vortex when it first got released. That was sent to me by Arrma, or Horizon Hobby. And that was the first and last time I ever got sent anything from Arrma. All I'm going to say is it's very, very similar, in my opinion, to how the Big Rock drives. The price difference is probably what's going to, sway me towards the Big Rock price. If you're not too worried about the price difference and you can afford one, buy one. It's awesome. If you're tipping on your kind of the top end of your budget, get a Big Rock, get a Granite, and you won't be disappointed. Make of that what you will. Oh my God. Quick release, they say.